in the country. That's according to the American Lung Association. But with many families working from home, there's less traffic, less activity outside, and that means less air pollution. Earther put together a map showing the air clearing out over the last 2 months as people started staying home. But that positive change coming a little too late for some Arizona families. ABC 15 investigator Courtney Holmes tells us they believe they're already vulnerable because of the air they breathed in for so long.
Sometimes I've had to rush to the hospital about 3 times a day, scared because my daughter couldn't breathe. We have a lot of air pollution in this area.
BEATRIZ BELTRAN has been living in South Phoenix for over a decade. She says her 2 daughters were diagnosed with asthma right after she moved to the area.
They were diagnosed since they were 7 years old.
She says breathing polluted air around here is an unavoidable reality, even with the recent drop of air pollution levels.
We have factories nearby. We breathe poor air quality regardless. Our children are always exposed.
For BEATRIZ, poor air quality has already impacted her children's health. Now she worries about the effect COVID-19 could have on people like her daughters.
Latinos do suffer from greater complications of asthma and respiratory issues.
DENT is the executive director of Chispa, Arizona, a nonprofit that focuses on environmental issues. She says low-income families and communities of color are more susceptible to pulmonary and respiratory illnesses.
Areas like South Phoenix, like West Phoenix, have really high concentrations of contamination and air pollution.
She fears they may have a higher chance of complications if they were to contract COVID-19.
A disease that has, been compared to COVID-19, which is SARS. Folks that had pulmonary and respiratory history of illness were twice as likely to die from complications.
A scary thought for BEATRIZ. She says a zip code or income shouldn't define their health and their air quality.
It affects their education. It affects everything. Think about the more than 100 kids living in this area.
In Phoenix, Courtney Holmes, ABC 15, Arizona.